spending money to impress people who don't care. To delay gratification. To build credit instead of crushing it, to put money into investments instead of wasting it on things that lose value the moment you buy them. The truth is, most people don't stay broke because of circumstances, they stay broke because of choices. The moment you take responsibility for every dollar that passes through your hands, everything starts to shift. You don't need to be a financial genius. You just need to be consistent. A dollar invested wisely is worth more than 1,000 spent recklessly. Every bit of progress matters. Saving 5 today, investing 100 this month, avoiding debt this week, it adds up. It compounds. And over time, it transforms your life. Wealth is not built in one massive moment. It's built in a million tiny decisions, made with purpose and patience. Don't let your past hold you back. Maybe you've made mistakes with money. Maybe you've been buried in debt, fallen for scams, or lost everything in a bad decision. That's okay. Everyone who has built wealth has a story. The only difference is they didn't stay stuck in it. They used their pain as fuel. They learned. They adapted. They got back up. And they came back smarter, stronger, and more determined than ever. You can too. Your past does not disqualify you from a prosperous future. If you're struggling financially, use that struggle as your motivation. Use the hunger in your belly, the stress in your mind, the weight of your responsibilities as the fire that drives you. Decide that you're done settling. That you want to be broke forever. That your children will grow up in a world where they have options, where they learn about money early, where they watch you build something powerful. Generational wealth starts with one person who says, "It ends with me." Be that person. Work hard, yes. But work smart too. Learn to turn your time into value, and your value into income. Build skills that the world pays for. Turn your knowledge into a product. Turn your passion into a service. In the digital age, you have the power to create streams of income from anywhere. You can start with nothing but an idea and end up with a business. You can take your talent and turn it into freedom. But you have to be willing to start. To take the risk. To ignore the doubters. To fail, learn, and rise again. Time is your greatest asset. Don't waste it. Every hour spent watching TV, scrolling endlessly, or doing things that don't move you forward is time you'll never get back. The wealthy don't just manage money, they manage time. They protect their energy. They say no to distractions. They surround themselves with people who think big, act bold, and challenge them to grow. You become who you hang around. Choose wisely. Discipline will separate you from the crowd. Anyone can talk about goals. Few will sacrifice for them. Anyone can wish for wealth. Few will work for it every single day, even when it's hard. Be the few. Be the one who wakes up early, who studies while others sleep, who saves while others spend, who builds while others dream. The reward will not come overnight, but it will come. And when it does, it will be worth every ounce of effort you gave. There's nothing wrong with wanting more. You were not born to just pay bills and die. You were born to thrive, to grow, to achieve, to impact. Money is not the root of evil, ignorance and misuse are. When good people build wealth, they create jobs, feed families, support communities, and inspire others. Never feel guilty for wanting to be rich if your heart is in the right place. Because the more you have, the more you can give. The more power you have, the more you can change the world. Build wealth with purpose. Build it not just for cars and houses, but for freedom, security, and legacy. Build it so you can choose how you spend your time. Build it so you can help your parents retire, send your kids to the best schools, and support causes you care about. Build it so you can walk into any room with confidence, knowing you're not dependent on anyone. That's real power. That's real peace. Stay humble as you grow. Never forget where you came from. But also don't let that stop you from going where you're meant to be. Elevate without apology. Win without guilt. Live without fear. You deserve to rise. You deserve to live abundantly. But you must be willing to do the work. To plan. To budget. To invest. To learn. To evolve. Financial freedom is not a dream. It's a decision followed by discipline. It's not luck. It's the result of clarity, consistency, and courage. The courage to say no to temporary pleasure. The courage to say yes to long-term growth. The courage to break family patterns, to rewrite the script, to become the first in your generation to break through. You might be the first person in your family to talk about investing. The first to start a business. The first to build real assets. That's a heavy responsibility, but it's also a great honor. You are the bridge between poverty and prosperity. Between survival and abundance. Between limitation and liberation. And that means you have the power to change everything, not just for you, but for everyone who comes after you. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Start where you are. With what you have. Right now. Make a plan. Stick to it. Review it. Adjust it. Stay focused. Block out the noise. Ignore the critics. Prove them wrong, not with words, but with results. It will take time. It will test your patience.